Hey viewers, you're watching The Savera and I'm Vidhi Joshi. India expressed its appreciation for the recent summit held in Alaska between US President Donald Trump and Russia's President Vladimir Putin, recognizing their commitment to dialogue and diplomacy as essential steps towards resolving the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The Indian Ministry of External Affairs released a statement welcoming the high-profile meeting and commending the leadership shown by both presidents in the pursuit of peace. The ministry underscored the significance of continued diplomatic efforts, emphasizing that the way forward can only be through dialogue and that the world is eager to see an early end to the conflict. The Alaska summit, which took place on Friday, was a significant event as it marked the first time in a decade that President Putin visited the United States of America. The nearly 3-hour-long talks focused primarily on the war in Ukraine, the deadliest conflict in Europe since World War II, now in its fourth year. Despite the length and intensity of the discussions, the summit concluded without any formal agreement to end or pause the war. However, both the leaders described the talks as productive and noted progress on several points. President Donald Trump addressed the media alongside President Putin, stating that many issues were discussed and some significant progress had been made, though a few major points remain unresolved. He expressed optimism about reaching an eventual deal, noting there is no deal until there is a deal. Putin echoed a similar sentiment, emphasizing that Russia is sincerely interested in ending the conflict but highlighted that all the root causes of the crisis must be resolved for peace to be achieved. He also stated that Moscow is ready to work towards ensuring Ukraine's security, a point on which he said he and Donald Trump were in agreement, though he did not provide further details. Following the summit, President Donald Trump engaged in conversations with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and also held discussions with NATO leaders. These moves indicated a willingness to maintain open communication lines and continue diplomatic efforts despite the absence of a breakthrough agreement at the summit itself. India's Ministry of External Affairs praised the leadership of both Trump and Putin, calling their efforts highly commendable and acknowledging the positive steps taken during the summit. The statement reflected India's broader stance on the conflict, emphasizing peaceful negotiation and diplomacy as the only viable path to a lasting resolution. India's response highlighted the significance of internal cooperation and dialogue in addressing complex geopolitical crises like the war in Ukraine. Although the summit did not end with a concrete agreement, it laid the groundwork for further discussions and cooperation. The engagement between the US and Russia in Alaska was seen as a hopeful sign by many, including India, that dialogue could eventually lead to an end to the conflict. The world continues to watch closely as these diplomatic efforts unfold, with widespread hopes for peace and stability in the region. That's all for now. Stay tuned to The Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.